Nice to
First
meet
off,
you as
I'd like
well.
to say congratulations on the special. It is incredible. It's maybe my favorite thing Marvel's ever done. So you have quite the entry to the MCU here this year.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it.
You're welcome. And I wanted to know, because this film is so, or the special is so heavily inspired by old horror films of the 30s and the 40s and the 50s, was there anything you looked to specifically when you were researching the role? Were there any films, any actors in particular that you looked at?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I mean, apart from the most direct ones, which would be the English-speaking films that were made in those days, there were also I saw some crazy ones from actually from the Bulgaria, Eastern Bloc area that were quite interesting as well, and also some comedies as well in from Latin America in those days with a werewolf, and so the whole world of monsters and definitely of werewolves is absolutely open, no, where you can, and the opportunity to engage into this project was a chance to really be free to interpret and to color this character the way we wanted. And it's very difficult in 1 hour to tell all this kind of vast kind of biography, or let's say the construction of this character, because it's a character that has lived 400 years maybe. But there were many things that would set the tone and set the musical scale of what we wanted to do. There were many things that I was also interested in pondering around this. And I'm still incredibly curious and wanting to see where this character's lives go, where does this kind of develop. And I love playing a monster. Is fantastic. It's great. It's very free and very daring and experimental as well.
I was going to say, you've done horror a couple of times, with this, and you also did Old last year. Is there something about that genre in particular that appeals to you, or is it just something that kind of falls into your lap with specific projects?
Yeah, well, I actually thought that it was something that I was completely away from, like I had never done something close to this, because I mean, I don't know why, but I'm really fortunate that now I'm able to do this, because it is one of I've always had a lot of respect for the horror genre, because it's got it's the most operistic kind of stylized version of cinema in a way, and I love that it can go anywhere. It can lead anywhere. There's a lot of moments in cinema in horror, because what you see, what you don't, what you don't see and what you don't listen to is as important as what you see and what you listen. So there's key rules, that kind of are put together, and the whole invitation is also how to break them, no, how to break these rules and how to play with this, and so I love being part of this, because it is the way I like also to do films, not for the sakes of me playing a character that will give me this or that, or will satisfy this or that kind of curiosity in me. But I mean, most important is I want to do films that are good. Doesn't matter the character in a way, and so I'm really glad to be and so lucky to be part of a world like this.
I can imagine joining something as big as Marvel at this point in your career is quite different from other things that you've done before, at least in terms of scale, I would imagine.
It is very different. Yes, it is very different, but at the same time, it is the best possible way to, normally maybe from the outside, it would seem like it is, getting into a place that has its rules, and it's kind of, but what I heard even before getting involved into this was from all the actors was like, oh, you will be in a place where there's a lot of room to invent and to experiment. I mean, there's many things that you can play with, and it's true. It's true. Here we would every day we would come up with new ideas, and we would retract from certain ideas that were not so good, that we thought, and no, maybe that's not such a good idea. But we would really try out things, and that's fantastic. I mean, what a great opportunity to be able to have a lot of time. I mean, we shot this in 5 weeks for a 50-minute film, so it's I love it. I love it. It's really fantastic. I mean, it's the best place to be able to experiment and to play around, and monsters. I mean, it's such a, I don't know. It's such a like a great vast place where we can try out many different things.
Mhm.
I'm really really happy and lucky in a way.
Awesome. Well, that was my last question for you. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I thank you so much. Take care.
Okay.
And I love
Thank
the
you.
posters in your background.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Lola, that's Lola Kirke.
It
Okay.
is, yeah.
Yes.